Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Monday, February 6, 2023, and giving you our team and total pick for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Tarleton State vs Arlington. In Tarleton State's earlier 70-63 win over UT Arlington, the winning Texans received 21 points from Lou. A key was turnovers as Utah Arlington committed 17, while Tarleton State committed 13. Tarleton was 6 for 13.460 from three-point range, while UT Arlington was 6 for 24.250. More impressive is that Tarleton State won the game without leading scorer Hicks. Both teams are 9-11 against the spread this year. Tarleton State is 2-7 at TS on the road, but Utah Arlington is 3-5 at TS at home. Tarleton State won the first meeting without Hicks, and with him in the lineup, that should be the difference in this expected close game. Our team pick is Tarleton State minus 1.5 points. Recent trends for both teams suggest the over. The over is 4-0 in Tarleton State's last 4 games versus a team with a winning percentage below .400. Utah Arlington's winning percentage is .358. The over is 4-0 in Utah Arlington's last 4 games overall and last 5 home games. Our total pick is over 131 points. Miami, Florida Hurricanes vs Duke Blue Devils. The Duke Blue Devils visit Watsco Center in Coral Gables, Florida on Monday for an Atlantic Coast Conference clash with the number 23 ranked Miami Hurricanes. Duke improved to 17-6 overall and 8-4 in ACC play following its 63-57 victory over North Carolina on Saturday. Jeremy Roach was the leading scorer for Duke with 20 points. Derek Lively too protected the rim well for Duke with 8 blocked shots. These teams met back on January 21st, and Duke escaped with a 68-66 win, though they lost Austrian shillings as -6 favorites at home. Both teams shot poorly in that contest, but the Hurricanes had it real bad, shooting just 34.9% from the field. However, they did shoot well from 3, shooting 10 for 21 from beyond the arc. The Hurricanes have shot nearly 49% overall in their last 5 games, so they enter this game with a hot hand that should allow them to put up better shooting numbers. If they can shoot as well from 3-point range again, they could roll. Miami is 12-0 straight up at home this season and 6-6 at TS there, but 4-2 at TS in their last 6 at home. Duke is 2-4 straight up on the road this season and 1-5 at TS away from Cameron. I like Miami to shoot much better in this game behind a fired-up crowd and a desire to make up for that 2-point loss from a couple weeks back. Take the Hurricanes. Together these two teams have had a combined 26 of their games go under, including their prior meeting, when they accounted for 134 points on a 148 total. Duke has scored 68 or fewer points twice in their last 5 games and held their opponents to 66 or under 3 times in that stretch. Miami also scored 68 or less in 2 of their last 5 games. The Blue Devils' defense is going to be the key for this one, and they have shown that they can keep the Miami offense at bay. This time we are expecting the Hurricanes to play a bit better, but Duke will definitely knock them off of their current run of form, if only slightly. Miami is ranked 125th in the KenPom tempo ratings, and Duke is ranked 269th. This won't be an up-tempo affair, and if Duke controls the pace, it could get very slow. 2 of 3 last 3 meetings between these two went under. Take the under. Northern Arizona Lumberjacks vs Idaho State Bengals. The Idaho State Bengals visit the J. Lawrence Walkup Skydome in Flagstaff, Arizona on Monday for a Big Sky Conference clash with the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Idaho State dropped to 8-15 overall and 5-5 in Big Sky play following its 72-71 loss to Weber State. The leading scorer for Idaho State was Braden Parker with 23 points. The Bengals committed 16 turnovers and were out-rebounded by Weber State 33-30. The last times these teams squared off, the Bengals got the best of the Lumberjacks in a deciding fashion. Northern Arizona has struggled, but their last 3 losses have been largely coin flip games down the stretch. This is a very winnable game for the Lumberjacks, and, at home, they'll be ready to hit the floor. The offense of Northern Arizona should be effective inside, and they match up well with the poorly defended interior of the Bengals. Northern Arizona also takes great call of the basketball, and they should be able to take advantage of that and get a high amount of good quality possessions. Take the home team here. Our team pick is Northern Arizona -2 points. Both of these offenses should be able to get what they want in this matchup. Northern Arizona has been effective in the paint, and they will have a definite upper hand down low. I expect them to take advantage of that. Likewise, the Lumberjacks' defense has left something to be desired, and the Bengals should be able to work the ball around to generate some open looks. Neither of these defenses are keen on coming away with steals, and both of these teams are in the top half in conference in terms of ball security, so we should see a large amount of completed possessions. Lastly, if there are loose ball turnovers. Neither offense has been great in transition, but each team's defense ranks in the bottom third of the country in transition defense. The play is the over, which has gone over the number in 4 of the last 5 contests between these two. Our total pick is over 136.5 points. Kansas Jayhawks vs Texas Longhorns. The way Kansas is trending right now, it would be hard to back them against a consistent Texas team. Yes, Kansas has played the toughest net strength of schedule in the nation, but it's not often that Kansas loses 4 of its last 6 games. If there was ever a time for the Longhorns to steal a win at Allen Fieldhouse, this might be it. Kansas has only covered the spread in 2 of its last 8 games, while Texas is 4-1 at TS in its last 5. Texas hasn't had much success winning games in Lawrence over the years, but the Longhorns are battle-tested on the road this season in the Big 12. They already have conference road victories at Kansas State, West Virginia, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Texas has a very balanced offensive attack, and they shoot very well from the field. Kansas, on the other hand, has been relying on one player, Wilson, recently to carry the load. I like the balance of Texas. I'm taking the Longhorns to cover. I like the over in this matchup. Texas and Kansas both have over-under splits this season that favor the over. Texas has an over-under split of 12/9, and Kansas has a split of 13/10. The Longhorns are one of the nation's highest scoring teams, averaging nearly 80 points per game, and they play at that 88th fastest adjusted tempo in the country, according to KenPom. Kansas's adjusted tempo ranks 95th. The Jayhawks put up 90 points in their most recent conference home game, and both teams are ranked inside the top 100 in terms of field goal percentage. This feels like a high-scoring, up-tempo rivalry game is brewing in Kansas. Give me the over 146.5 points. Northern Colorado Bears vs Weber State Wildcats. Both teams have been inconsistent against the spread, with each team going .500 in their previous 4 games. Weber State has played the Bears well recently, winning 3 of their last 4 and winning their matchup earlier this season. Weber State has won 2 of their last 3 on the road straight up. Look for these recent trends to continue. Take Weber State. The Weber State Wildcats are 12-11, 5-7, on the road. Offensively, the Wildcats are averaging 70 points, 37 rebounds and 13 assists. Defensively, the Wildcats are allowing 67.2 points and are averaging 3.5 blocks and 7.5 steals. Key players for the Wildcats are 6'6", 235-pound sophomore forward Dylan Jones, averaging 16 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 3.8 assists 0 game. The North Colorado Bears are 7-16, 2-6 at home, sitting in 5th place in the Big Sky Conference. Offensively, T-Bears are averaging 70 points, 40 rebounds and 13.7 assists. Defensively, the Bears are allowing 78.8 points and are averaging 3 blocks and 7 steals. Key players for the Bears are Dalton Knecht, averaging 17 points, 8 rebounds and 2.9 assists, and Matt Johnson II, averaging 13.8 points, 2.4 rebounds and 4 assists. UNC have lost 3 straight games and 4 of the last 5, including a 75-62 defeat to Montana State Bobcats, 17-8 Sioux, 10-2 Big Sky Conference on Saturday. The Bears shot only 34.6% in the first half and found themselves down by as many as 23 in the second. Two Bears players had 15 points to lead the team in scoring. The Northern Colorado defense allowed Montana State to shoot 51% from the floor and 36.4% from three-point range. UNC shot 43.8% overall and 42.9% from beyond the stripe. Weber State has won 4 of the last 5 games, including a 72-71 overtime thriller on the road against the Idaho State Bengals, 8-15 Sioux, 5-5 Big Sky Conference. The win improved the Wildcats to 7-3 in the conference. Dillion Jones' layup at the buzzer won the game for Weber State. Junior Ballard led the Wildcats with 20 points. Weber State shot 47.4% from the floor and 31.6% from three-point range. Weber State allowed Idaho State to shoot 42.3% overall and hit 42.9% from beyond the stripe. Our total pick is under the total.